River Cleanup Group is holding their 29th annual cleanup festival today. The group started at Gateway Park in Cedar Falls and then made their way down the river to Exchange Park in Waterloo, covering more than 6 miles. It's the longest running cleanup group in Iowa, and some members say it's important to keep cleaning up for years to come.
The Cedar River here is a really important resource in our community, and it's a way that we can give back and do our part to keep it clean so that it's good for people to come, for generations to come.
After the cleanup was finished, everyone gathered on University Avenue to celebrate a job well done. Some of the brightest young minds in Iowa gathered during the annual Best of the Class event at the University of Northern Iowa today. The 2016 high school valedictorians gathered in Lang Hall to celebrate their academic achievements. Students lined up for a picture with Ron, Amanda, Schnack, Rick, and several other members of the KWWL news team. After the hat toss, they ended the day with more photos and lunch. Again, congrats to the best of the class of 2016. The Power Show is in full swing in Cedar Falls. The owners of steam engines, tractors, and antique farm trucks come from all over the state, but it's much more than just a show. It's pretty cool to see these vintage machines working. One steam engine was even used to power a large saw. If you missed the event today, you can still go. Fans of firearms braved the heat today to enjoy the state trap shooting championships in Cedar Falls. Teams from around the state competed against each other, including a team from Sigourney. Coach Drew Ballman says the sport has really started to become popular in the last few years, and he's happy to see so many young shooters having fun.
I don't know. I think it gets kind of a bad rep because, I mean, it's firearms, but you see these kids out here demonstrating the focus and the poise that it takes to shoot 200 clay pigeons in 2 days with as hot as it's been and enjoy themselves while doing it. Like, I'd look out and watch my guys out here, even when they hit or when they miss, they're still smiling.
And if you missed the event today, not to worry, the championship continues on the public for the number of roundabouts being installed on University Avenue. The city of Cedar Falls held a How to Drive a Roundabout event. Now, many people showed up to participate and take a ride around the mock roundabouts. Drivers were able to ask questions about roundabout procedures and experience firsthand what it felt like to drive right through one.
Well, they're double roundabouts. They're going to be different than the ones that we currently have, but we do feel like people have gotten accustomed to those, and it's just a matter of driving through a double roundabout a couple times, and most people will get used to it. But this gives them a chance to understand how to merge and how to yield and that kind of thing. So.
Coordinators say if there is enough demand, they will hold another event this coming fall. Vinton apartment buildings are destroyed after storms come crashing through. Police say several people were taken to the hospital to be treated for minor injuries. Recreation Center with the route circling famous areas of Cedar Falls, like the Freedom Rock. Now, Cedar Falls fireman Shane Farmer even ran in all his gear to raise money for cystic fibrosis, completing the race in nearly 40 minutes. Pilots Club hold a war bird fly-in today in New Hartford. People watched as the pilots rolled through the air. The trainer aircraft allows anyone to earn their wings, but the club president says it's not too difficult to start flying on your own.
Many years ago, it was pretty difficult to get started in flying RC airplanes because you had to build your aircraft from scratch, which took quite a bit of time, a lot of effort, labor involved. But today, they have airplanes that pretty much, they say, will fly out of the box. That's not too much of an exaggeration.
And the club will have another event August 12th for National Model Aviation Day that will be open. Today's parade was in full swing this morning. Hundreds of people gathered along the parade route to watch as fire trucks, tractors, and several other floats featuring a bit of everything from tractors and old cars to dance groups and dogs making appearances. The Sturgis Falls celebration was born out of the 1976 Cedar Falls Bicentennial Celebration and is named after the original founder of the Veterans Memorial Hall. Holds a tour today. People from all over were invited to review artifacts from different American wars and learn about the history. One of the oldest pieces of history they have is a muzzleloader rifle from the Revolutionary War.
The oldest item we've got in here is actually there's not much to see on it, was a rifle, a muzzleloader from the American Revolution, 1776. Yeah.
What's the most common question that you get from people that you can remember?
I never knew the building was here. How long has it been here?
And the busiest times for the Memorial Hall are Memorial Day and Veterans Day. The hall holds events throughout the year, including several planned for the rest of this year. All over the state came out to find some interesting treasures this weekend at the Funky Junkaloo in Waterloo. That's right, crafters and antique fanatics from all over the Midwest sold their items, everything from furniture and metal sculptures to porcelain dolls and jewelry. Tomorrow will be the final day for the event. It's going on at the 5 Sullivan Brothers Convention Center. Meantime, classic cars hit the streets of Waterloo. Today brings the 35th annual 4th Street Cruise to downtown. The tradition goes on, rain or shine. Now, radio station KOKZ sponsors that free annual 5K race of remembrance. Community members look back on the Twister and a former football coach, Ed Thomas, who was killed a year after the devastation, and he was also honored today. Organizers say all the money raised goes back to the town.